Okay, so the grill inserts are this cheap plastic, and this one's had a broken corner and a few pieces missing. This one's got, that one broken, and this one's cracked but kind of together. So if I can make that piece, and then over here this guy's got that one broken, this top piece is broke off of there. So what I'm going to try to do is cut these off. Okay, Ricky, calm down. Jeez. I'm going to try to take a piece of each. I'm going to cut these down. I already took and cut out a piece of plastic out of one of them already. Yeah, that's what this is here. I cut this corner out that was broken. I'm going to try sanding that down, and I think I like this one. I'm going to try to graft this corner here, cut this out, and I'm going to epoxy this in, then maybe put some metal on the back side that I can reinforce it somehow where you wouldn't see it. Scrub these down, clean them, and paint them like a graphite silver and reinstall them. Unlike the white truck, Brandon made some custom metal honeycomb pieces that looked really amazing. But I think this one I'm going to try to go more of a stock look and try to make the plastics work. Well, it took a little more work than I wanted, but scrubbed and cleaned. Repaired that guy, so that's now new and in. Got that one fixed. We rebuilt this corner up here. And so lay the paper out, do a little rattle can, and they'll be good enough to install. Spray the backside first. These are the marker lights that go in it, and look at the lenses, they're lovely cracked and that kind of thing. So I'll take these apart, and I want to try to scuff them up and Scotch-Brite and rattle can them clear and see if I can get them to come out looking newish. So after gluing it all together, epoxying the top part, reepoxying that, rebuilding that corner, painted them nice graphite, I'm really happy with them. Both of them came out looking really good. They look as good as they would if they were only a couple years old once they're going to be bolted up inside there. I'm starting to do a little bit of buffing and cleaning on the grill. You can kind of see these are stainless, but there's actually a clear coat on them on top of the stainless. So if you're trying to get them to look super shiny and new, you either have to sand and strip all of it down, and it's actually extremely hard. I've tried doing it before and stripping them down and then wet sanding the small scratches and buffing them out, and it doesn't come out that great, to be honest. So I'm trying different things on this particular grill to see what I want to do. This has actually been polished 2 or 3 times already, and you can kind of see it's still streaky and different things. So but if you go to the other side, this is how this is. It's just, if you even feel it, it feels rough, and it kind of shines up. Just removing my finger and cleaning that off. Well, we'll see how this goes. We've got a little more buffing to do. I'm going to buff some handles and some things inside so I can get the glass in the side doors so they start to work, and go from there too. So those lenses, after they were sanded and cleaned up, I actually took a frost clear and I cleared them with a frost clear, not a gloss clear. So if you look really close, you can see some of the cracks, but honestly, once they're going to be installed, they look absolutely fine. That was that. Well, this weekend I was going to try to button up finalize some taillight wiring. in our old school housings and wire brush and clean these out and paint these and get these ready to install. Now the original taillights are a single bulb element, so you just have the body is actually the ground, and then you have basically brake and turn. That's it. Where the newer off of the harness, and then I bought some new of these because I had an idea. They actually have taillights are both bulbs, and then turn is top bulb, or turn's top bulb, and brake is bottom bulb. And they don't both break up, they just one or the other. So I'm not sure if we jumper our wires together, if Mr. Computer is going to get upset with single bulbing these systems. This is actually the backup light. So plan I had in my head up till right now was I was going to take one of these, I was going to cut this off, weld up a new bucket on the back of this so that I could mount these back here and use the original harness and plug this in and actually have a 2-bulb system. Maybe it'd be a little bit brighter and put a little bit more intensity back there, but I'm not sure if they will do that. So now I'm trying to decide if I want a single bulb or tie stuff together, so I'm going to play with doing that. And then I'm thinking, if anything, I might take this and get rid of this element and just go with one of these newer bulbs, or if I want to just stay with the old school 1157s and that kind of thing. So that's where I'm at right now. Okay, after much problems, basically the height of these bulbs, the distance of these bulbs, plus the plug plugged into them, this is so far out, by the time it would go in here, the bulb ends up being out here against the glass, and the lens doesn't close things that direction. So then I took one of these and I was looking at trying to put the light bulbs in a 45-degree angle like this in it and doing just one. But honestly, went back to, I really like how these are an individual bulb for brake and turn instead of one bulb doing everything. So I've now built this little box with my quick ugly tack welds. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a hole here and here, take the bulb holders out of these guys, solder them back up, and I'm going to put these bulbs in here like this, one facing down, one facing up, and that'll give me my 2-bulb element in a single bulb box. And then these guys will fit in here like that, and then the lens over the top, giving me nice bright bulbs back in that pocket. So let's get some holes drilled and see how it goes. Step up bit. Well, there's the wiring per bulb. There's a little bit of rattle can silver on the inside. Let that dry, and I got one done. I also took some urethane caulk, and I urethane caulked the connections and everything on the back of the bulb, wrapped it in tape, let that sit and dry also. That will just make them more weatherproof and waterproof. Let's make one more. That's the driver's side. All right, so if we turn our key on, turn on the headlight switch, gauges light up. We can even control the dim to them, which back to these switches aren't going to be used, but I know where that dimmer wire is, so that will control my new dash lights. We come back here, and now we have 2 bulbs, top and bottom, lit up. Those are the tail lights. And then if we turn on Mr. Emergency Flasher, Got both flashers. We don't have fast flash anymore, which means all bulbs now work. The tops are turn. Top bulb is turn. And if I reach way up there and step on the brake pedal, the bottoms light up for brake. So then you have brake and turn. So instead of the old school where when it's turn, it's just turn but not brake, now it's brighter and stops. And then up front, these are the halogen headlights we're going to be rocking with. They're installed and wired. Turn signals up there that go in the dash are done. So lots of button up, but that is that. So old school wiring or old school lights are gone. All new brighter lights tied to the harness. All this gets disconnected, put away. Turn key off. And then this is an old tail light. This is, this is the tail lens here, but this will go in that way and seals up those bulbs nicely. They are universal tail lights. So one goes on one, one goes on the other. They do look a little funny here where the swept line peak is supposed to be up here, but that's also because once we close the latch, that'll all fit nicely and it'll look just fine. The other side of these, some people don't realize they're actually designed to stick out just a little bit on this outer edge. All three of my trucks do that, and I think that's somewhat of a side marker on the outside. And once they're down, or you can get the little chrome trims. They did come with these with a little chrome trim piece that goes around them. So I will start trimming wire, lumen wire, and all that fun stuff. Well, we got the glass in the door. We got the lock and latches in. These have been, ran those across the polisher and got those polished up nicely. See how streaky these are. These seals, when they come, they're so new. These seals grip so hard. You have to take a little bit of soapy water, spray this thing down with some soapy water. Probably need to put some wax or something on them to get them to, they run like butter. Honestly, I like that, but see how that seal starts to roll up till some water? Don't get it. They're not staying. Put some more soap on that. And probably have to put some wax in there. I don't know if there's something I can like glue the inside with. So once they get some soap on them, they run like mad. Once they're dry, wing windows working beautifully. As I say that, gonna push them in a little bit. Seals grab really nice. Seal down, so all the new seals and things are in there. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Got two knobs clean, two knobs not clean. Take these knobs off. You see how these knobs have a cool little detail that just kind of matches the outside handle knobs. Like I said, trying to keep everything original to what's there. And then if you come over here, take a quick look at this. Took a couple minutes, and I took two of them and buffed them out. So if you take one I haven't buffed out yet, and you just see all the pitting things on it. There's what buffed looks like versus non-buffed. And there's the door handles of a 1966 original handles. This is what they looked like before, and that's what they look like after. So I'll get these other two and then buff these out because I was using them, kind of test fit in the glass, making sure everything would work. So, wow. Too pretty. Too not so pretty. We'll get those buffed out, looking nice. So everything go in there. Make it look good enough will be the word I will use for the day. The dash shifter also, we got that polished out a little bit. And those are just, it's funny, you can even rub your thumb on it and it almost looks like scratches in the camera. But I'm going to take a little black paint, kind of fill this zone in here. That'll look really nice with up on the dash. Get the lights lit up inside when we turn on the headlights. And have the dash shift and everything working. The gauge cluster's all been done and rebuilt. And a little nitrous bottle. Well, that'll go on something else. But that's the day. That's what we got done. Now I gotta clean up. What kind of mess we got going on? Oh, those are horrible movies. Good background noise though.